guys, Skynerd here from The Roost, bringing you today my third installment of my newest series called Inside the Mind of a Smasher. Today, I've been able to get my interview with Schwing from South Dakota Smash. Be sure to follow him, guys, down below. I've got all his social media. He's really awesome. Just give him some love. He's super amazing. With that being said, guys, don't forget, if you do like this video, just share it with a friend, give it a comment, and
Welcome punch!
that like button. So with that being said, we're going to jump into this episode, and I'll see you guys in the future. Alright everyone, this is Skynerd. I'm from The Roost, and today with me for my interview, I have...
Schwing, hello.
Hi Schwing. What's your full name?
My full name is Chad Schwinghammer.
And how old are you?
I am 20.
Do you have a main for Smash Brothers?
Yes, I would say my main is Captain Falcon.
Do you have any secondaries?
Yes, my strong secondary would be Fox. However, I've been working on my Sheik lately, because I really enjoy your playstyle.
Okay. And do you have a particular game that you focus on? What's your main game?
Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U is the main game, or Smash 4, I guess, is what it's commonly called.
Okay. So, Schwing, is that your gamer tag? Is that correct?
Yes, I'm known in the community, the gaming community, as Schwing.
And how did you get that name?
Well, taking that my last name is Schwinghammer, it kind of just stuck with me. When I used to play soccer and run track, most people actually called me Schwing rather than my first name, Chad. And it's just kind of stuck with me, and so now that's my gamer tag.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned, well, first off, would you consider yourself a competitive Smash player?
Yes, I would consider myself a competitive Smash player.
So you go to tournaments on a regular basis, sort of thing?
Yes, yes, I do. In fact, this summer I have quite a schedule. I'm going to try to attend tournaments almost every weekend. So I actually have one coming up this Saturday that I'll be heading out and competing in. So I'm pretty excited getting ready for that.
Very nice. What tournament?
Yeah.
What tournament?
It's called Smash at Mac, so it's at university, I believe, called McAllister. So I'll be going that. It has Melee, Smash 4, Project M, but I'll be just competing in Smash 4 singles.
Okay. So because you said that you were going to this tournament, do you have any sponsors for yourself?
I do. I recently picked up a sponsor by the name of Onslaught Esports. Definitely check them out. They're really professional, well-run organization. So they picked me up because I was actually looking at a bunch of teams and applying and talking to people, and because I just wanted to take my not necessarily that I'm super at that level yet to be sponsored, but I really wanted to take my esports / Smash career to the next level because I felt like I was at that turning point. Due to the fact that I am one of the leaders in the South Dakota Smash community. I'm also an officer of my school's esports association, and I also run a premier Smash 4 tournament series, which actually now is adding Melee, called the Smash Mine, which is in Rapid City, South Dakota.
Okay, so
that's kind of just some background on that.
Okay, so you are from... So your main area in Smash is what? Like South Dakota, Pocatello? What's your area?
Well, kind of, I guess my origins are from Minnesota because I am from Minnesota. I'm currently in Minnesota, but I would say it's kind of interesting because like in South Dakota, I can readily play with anyone right away. As like I just have to walk down the hall in the dorm, or I have to drive like 5 minutes. Whereas Minnesota, it's a little bit more difficult because I have to drive just to practice and play people.
Right.
Because my brothers don't want to play with me anymore because I've already gotten to the point where I just beat them relentlessly.
Yeah, it's not a competition.
However, in Minnesota, the scene is much more active. There are a lot more tournaments that I can compete at, like I said, once per weekend. So each area has its pros and cons. So
Gotcha. So you
Mhm.
were telling me that your origins of Smash started in Minnesota, is that correct?
Yes.
No. So how exactly did you get started with Smash?
Oh boy, I've got the story. So, when I was a kid, I owned Melee on the Nintendo GameCube, and I played it religiously with my brothers. But I don't think we took it too seriously. It was a lot of just fun. You do items and do all the adventure modes, and so I had no idea of the competitive scene back then. But then I took a break when my brothers and I finally got an Xbox, and we were part of the cool kids. And so then I kind of transitioned to that. But then when Smash 4 came out, since my brothers and I had always gotten every single Smash game when it came out, we got Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U or for the 3DS, because that's what came out first. And my brother and I were playing one day, and he did this technique or move on me called a Meteor Smash. And that was the turning point. It clicked in my head. I was like, what did you just do? I've never seen that before. And ever since that day, I've been just learning and wanting to get better and better at the game since I knew, like, it kind of just brought about this sense of wonder and mystery. Like, oh my gosh, you can do that? Like, so then I started to practice. I knew the Minnesota scene, but I actually went to college right away, and then I discovered there's quite a scene in my college. There's a lot of people that played, and so I just kept practicing. And fun fact about me, I actually used to completely play Ganondorf. Like, I only played Ganondorf in Melee, Brawl, every game. But when I got to college, there was this one guy I could not beat at all. And you want to guess who he played?
Captain Falcon?
He played Captain Falcon. So then I was like, okay, I gotta check out this character. And then I started playing Captain Falcon, and I finally started beating him. And ever since then, he's like never beat me. He was actually my roommate this past semester, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
But the sad thing is he rarely played Smash after we housed together. Anyways, so yeah, went to college, started to build the scene. That's when I brought up the Smash Mine and started getting active in the South Dakota community. And then I went back home for the summer in Minnesota and competed there and stuff. But I guess that was a long explanation for just I've been moving around everywhere, just starting tournaments and just whatever it is with Smash, I'm doing it, like running tournaments, competing, stuff like that. So.
Well, it's good to see somebody who's so high spirited about the game, and that's why I really love being able to talk to all these different kinds of Smashers from all of the communities, because really this is what brings us all together. We all love the game so much, and because of that, we just have this awesome chance to branch out and really discover our play styles and that of others. You said that because you go to a lot of tournaments. What's your PR ranking for your scene?
Well, I go to college in South Dakota. I don't have a current ranking in the Minnesota PR. However, in all the tournaments that I've been back or competed in this summer in Minnesota, I've gotten top 8 placings. So I can see myself getting PR by the end of the summer.
So I do remember looking at a Smash group on Facebook that you're in, and I believe that do you know a guy named Bravo? Is that correct? As his Smash name?
Yes.
So what's your relation to Bravo? What would you say? I've heard stories about it, but give me a little bit more in depth of this Bravo Schwing.
So essentially, when I said, I started competing and wanting to get active in the community, and that's when I left for college, and I started advertising these tournaments and kind of friendly meetups that I was doing for playing Smash. And then Bravo, or Jeremiah is his name, he messaged me or some, like, in the group or something, and he said he was going to come to the first Smash Mine that I did, and he went there, and he got first, and he won and beat everyone. Even though I thought I was really good, there's always someone better than you. And then ever since then, we've been traveling and going to tournaments, and around the central United States region. And he's number 1 on our PR, and I'm behind him in second. So
Very nice.
Yeah, that's, I guess, the summarized story of Bravo.
Well, hey, that's pretty cool how you guys met, and it's awesome that you guys are able
Mm-hmm.
to travel around so much. So you said that you're
Right.
preparing for an upcoming tournament. So we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna jump back in time a little bit. Tell me, what's
Okay.
your most proud moment in a tournament, and what was your most recent placing in a tournament that you just attended?
My most proud moment in a tournament. I don't know. There's a couple occasions. Taking that I play Captain Falcon. Captain Falcons are pretty. Anyone who plays Captain Falcon is pretty prideful about that, as far as like what combos or kills he gets. And there have been a couple times where I've gotten, for example, like a really good knee read or a combo into a knee, and it just builds up the hype. For example, recently had an upset where I beat one of the Minnesota PR players, and I got like this really good knee read, and it was just awesome. I also, at the Spring Scuffle, which you also attended, there's a really awesome moment where there's a Pikachu off stage, and I Raptor boosted him in midair. That was really cool.
I do remember
because
that.
I think, those hype moments really define Captain Falcon players a lot of times. However, there, as far as like accomplishments and like sets and games goes, I recently reset the bracket against Bravo, who I've never done before. At the latest Smash Mine.
Congratulations.
I'm looking to hopefully beat him this next time. I feel like being back in Minnesota, I'm getting ready to go for that. So, but yeah, I don't know. There's I can't think of specific moments, but there's a couple I just listed there, I guess.
Basically just building the hype up per tournament and getting people excited about the game, and I can
Yeah,
definitely
just kinda-
appreciate that.
Yeah, my goal, I guess, playing Captain Falcon is at a high level. I guess is I just want to show how good the character is and what he's capable of in the current meta game.
Character repping, pretty
So.
much. I get you. So
Mhm.
your highest, what's the highest placement that you've gotten in a tournament before?
First, I have won a few tournaments in South Dakota. I'm looking to take one, hopefully, if not a couple, this summer in Minnesota. Like I said, I've only been playing the game competitively for about a year or two, ever since Smash 4 came out. And
Gotcha.
I'm actually pretty proud of where I've come in this time, just taking that a lot of the players I'm going up against have been playing the game since, for like 6, 8, 10 years, since the game came out. So I'm just imagining where I'm going to be when I'm 6 to 8 years down the road, when
Right.
like how much experience and knowledge I'm going to have comparable to where I'm at now. So
Understandable. So what's something that you feel like you struggle in with tournaments and so forth?
Well, in the past, I used to struggle quite a bit with staying balanced, kind of keeping my mind, or staying balanced in my gameplay as far as like when to attack or grab or how to approach. And I would often call it my switch because I could tell even when I'm in a game if I'm off today. Like I'm just not playing well. Like I'm getting hit. I'm grabbing too much. And so I guess the biggest struggle that I recently actually accomplished was just trying to play always at my best, because like I actually recently watched this video on this really world-class Street Fighter player talking about the theory of your human ability to play. So, example, like every player has their own range where they play their worst and their best.
Right.
And I'm really working on trying to stay at the upper range of what is called my human ability.
Okay.
Making sure I'm always on point every game and executing when I need to, always thinking about what the player is going to do and trying to set up certain kills or combos. So,
Right.
yeah,
So
I guess that's it.
So you're basically taking the mindset that you had prior and you're turning it into a strength, which is awesome. Like, that's super amazing.
Right. Right.
So because of that, would you say that that's your... What would you say is your highest strength, and what would you feel is your best strength when you're in tournaments?
I would say my best strength in tournament, I often get comments that I have really good movement and control of the neutral game. Neutral game essentially is, if for those that don't know, is the kind of balance between aggression and defense, and advantage and disadvantage on a stage or between characters or whatnot. And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people highlight, my technical ability to move around really smooth and quickly. I don't know, when I watch my videos too, I think that when I get control of the neutral, I just go in like crazy, which can be a bad thing, but I guess that's what a lot of Captain Falcons do. So,
understandable.
Yeah.
So, do you have any advice for newer players who really want to get into the Smash community, like you did? You started about a year ago when the release of Smash 4. That's when you started getting competitive. What advice would you give to newer players who really want to start getting into the tournament scene, getting competitive, and trying to make a name for themselves?
Definitely. I would say if I could simplify a couple words of advice, it would be to, go on Facebook or social media or whatever, or if you know people in person that play Smash, get connected with the community, ask to play with people. One thing about the Smash community that's different from a lot of other gaming communities is we are, like, everyone's super accepting and welcoming and just incredibly kind. So don't feel hindered to ask people to play or meet up, because they definitely will. Another thing that I guess goes along more with playing competitively, improving. One thing that I actually do that I always recommend people trying to improve or get better is to take notes. Document everything. Like, I actually write down, if I hear a famous Smasher say a really cool quote or something that resonates with me, I write it down because then I can look at it later. Or general tips, I write down specific controller setups. I mean, let's see what I got. I'm actually looking at it right now. Certain websites that have good information, I write down character notes, advanced techniques. One thing that a lot of top players struggle with is hand problems. So I have simple warm-up routines and what I want to work on, journals. I have a journal log of every tournament I've competed at, what I've placed at that tournament, who I faced, the bracket, so I can always look at where I've come from. I mean, I'm looking at the first tournaments I've ever competed in. It just got double eliminated right away. Double eliminated. Like, I didn't get a double eliminated 3 tournaments in a row, but I'm just saying, from where I started to where I am now, I have improved so much, and that's just really rewarding to see that. So I guess, just take notes, document things. A lot of players, you don't see improvement, even though they play the game a lot, because they're just playing it. They're not. Improvement and learning takes really focused, skilled training. It's not just playing the game more. So that's why those are a couple things I would say to do.
Well, that's actually some incredible advice. I think just from what you've explained, everything sounds so detailed and laid out. Just, exactly when you can go to the tournaments that you've been to, and, when you lost, who you lost to, how you can improve. Just, it sounds amazing hearing that from you. And first, I think that's awesome. So thank you for sharing that. So before
Absolutely.
we go, is there any shout outs that you'd like to give to anybody before we end the interview?
Oh, shout outs. All right. Well, definitely shout outs to my sponsor, Onslaught Esports. I'm always in contact with the management, fans, anyone in our Discord group. We do have one. And they're always super active, definitely willing to talk to you That's one thing I think separates the organization I'm part of versus other teams. Is just their professional qualities and their ability to communicate with people.
Right.
I also like to shout out to my, I don't know what you call it, the homies, the boys in South Dakota. They're always working with me to grow the scene. You know, Bravo, King. Who else we got? We got Julian, Joubert. There's a couple others. And then I would like to shout out all the people in Minnesota. Josh, that's his tag, I guess. He works really hard at running all the tournaments in Minnesota, and there would not be a scene without him. But yeah, those are some of the main ones, I guess you could say.
Well, great. Schwing, Chad, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day for this interview. Super appreciate it. Hey, guys, as well, if you like this interview, don't forget to follow Schwing on all his social media. I'll put them in the links to the description below, so you guys can make sure to check him out, because he is super awesome, amazing Falcon player.
Oh, stop it.
And yeah, thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing more about your progress in the future.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Caden.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for being on.